Children, today we will study poem The Voice of the Rain by Walt Whitman, class 11th, book Hornbill. In this poem, the poet gives an imaginative description of his encounter with the rain. The rain was falling in a soft shower. The poet asks the shower who it is. The shower replies in the voice of the rain. The shower calls itself the poem of the earth. It says that it keeps rising forever out of the land and the bottomless sea. It rises unseen towards heaven. There it takes a vague form. It changes only in its shape. In its essence, it remains the same. Then it comes down and baths everything on this earth. It gives back life to the earth, which is its birthplace. Without it, the seeds would have remained mere seeds. They would have remained unborn, unsprouted. The rain says that it purifies the earth and makes it beautiful over and over again. So let's read the poem first and then we'll see the explanation part in more detail. "And who art thou?" said I to the soft falling shower, which, strange to tell, gave me an answer as here translated. "I am the poem of earth," said the voice of the rain. "Eternal I rise, impalpable, out of the land and the bottomless sea, upward to heaven, whence vaguely formed, altogether changed, and yet the same. I descend to leave the dross atomies, dust layers of the globe, and that all in them without me were seeds only, latent, unborn. And forever by day and night I give back life to my own origin and make pure and beautify it. For song issuing from its birthplace after fulfillment, wandering, wrecked or unwrecked, dully with love returns." First 5 lines of the poem. Here the poet is describing a mystical experience. Once there was a soft shower of rain. The poet asked the shower who it was, and he was wonderstruck when the shower started giving an answer. The shower gave the answer in its own language. The poet translates it for us. He calls it the voice of the rain. The rain said that it was the poem of the earth. It said that it keeps rising eternally out of the land and the bottomless sea. No one can feel or touch it when it is rising. It is impalpable. It goes up towards heaven, the sky. There it takes a vague form. Which is something not definite. Vague form in which is quite different from the form in which it rises. But it remains the same in its nature or composition. It changes only in its form, not in its essence. Next lines, line 6 to 9. "I descend to leave the dross atomies, dust layers of the globe, and all that in them without me were seeds only, latent, unborn. And forever by day and night I give back life to my own origin and make pure and beautify it." So here the rain tells the poet that it comes down from the sky to bath the earth's dry lands, tiny particles and layers of dust. It baths all those that without it were mere seeds. Without the rain, they could never sprout into a new life. They would have remained unborn. The rain says that it keeps giving life forever to the earth from which it is born. It keeps making the earth pure and beautiful. Last 2 lines. "For song issuing from its birthplace after fulfillment, wandering, wrecked or unwrecked, dully with love returns." So here the poet compares the rain to a songbird. A songbird leaves its nest, which is its birthplace. It goes about singing to attract its mate. Then after wandering and the fulfillment of its love, it comes back to its nest. It does not matter whether anyone has paid attention to its song or not. it comes back satisfied to its nest. Similarly, the rain comes back to its birthplace satisfied and happy. So these lines can be explained in a different way also. Like the poet compares the rain to a song. The song rises from the heart of a poet. The poet sings his song and showers its strain on the earth. It does not matter to him whether anybody hear his song or not. After the poet has sang his song, it settles back into his heart, which is its birthplace. The song, like the rain, keeps rising again and again and keeps the poet's heart pure and happy.